Today, I'm going to tell you how to finally hire an A-team restaurant staff you can be proud of, and we're going to do it right now. What's going on, everybody? Dave Allred, the Real Barman from barpatrol.net. If this is your first time here, make sure to subscribe, hit that little bell so you do not miss a thing. So, let's get into employees. I know you don't want to. I know they're a pain in the ass, but we need them in order to have our business run smoothly. You can't do everything yourself. And it does you no good to have a master marketing plan in place if you have crappy employees who don't provide an optimal guest experience. Because in that case, they ain't coming back. Anyone who knows me knows I'm all about systems. Okay, so let's jump right in and talk about how you can put this 5-step system into place and start replacing all of your deadbeat employees with Rockstar employees. Step 1, we have to hire good people. And you're like, wow, really, Dave? I have to hire good people to have a good staff? Well, I'm just going to shut this video off. You've solved all my problems. Thanks. Okay, I know. That's like saying, to learn how to swim, step 1 is don't drown. All right, I hear you. Because we all know that when it comes to running a business, it's not the what that's difficult, it's the how that gets tricky. So here's how. The first thing you need to do is change the way you hire. All right, stop grabbing the resume or application and immediately scanning down to the experience section. All right, I get it. It's great to train someone who already has experience, but many times all you're getting is a recycled asset. They're like NFL coaches, all right? They just keep popping up in different places and they're getting the exact same results. So think about this. There's 3 main reasons someone leaves a job. All right, first, they found a better situation, maybe to make more money or a chance for advancement. That's a good thing. All right, 2, they hated where they worked or they hated who they worked for and they just didn't get along with them. And 3, they did something wrong and they got fired or they were let go. Now, if it's reason number 1 and they're coming to work for you because you have this amazing place to work, then you probably don't have any problem attracting great employees. But if it's reason 2 or 3, then they're coming with baggage. All right, where there's smoke, there's fire, and these issues that they got let go for are probably going to arise again and again. So toss the baggage and hire based on personality and character. You can mold these people in the exact image you want with your awesome training program. You do have a training program in place, yes? Now, that leads us to the next question, which is, how do you determine if they have the right personality and character? Great question. The answer is you, as the hiring manager, have to ask them the right questions in the interview. We don't have time here to list all those questions. I'll have to save that for an upcoming episode. Maybe I'll do like a top 5 or 10 list. But inside the Independent Restaurant Masterclass, where we turn independent bars and restaurants into world-class businesses, members there have access to our interview secrets, which are the top 50 questions to ask aspiring applicants, broken down by position so you can hire the perfect employee. But the point is, stop hiring recycled employees and start hiring and training your own breed, like turning bright-eyed Padawans into Jedi Knights, which leads us to step 2. We have to train them properly. And you know if you have a Rockstar training program in place or a lazy, lackluster training program. Come on, you know. Be honest with yourself. Think about it. Do you just go through the motions? Do you have your trainer, aka nearest employee working that day, teach them the table numbers, how to ring in food and drinks, how to run food and drinks, how to do their side work, how to do their closeout? Or do you tell them the story of what your place is all about? What your core values are, what you believe in as a team, how to support each other, how to bond with each other. It's a fact that employees that work at a place with a defined culture and core values feel a sense of purpose. They value and take pride in their jobs. They self-motivate. They go above and beyond. And not only that, they start telling their friends what a great place they're working at. And suddenly, your reputation as a great place to work at grows and you attract new great A-team players. So, don't just teach them how to wipe down the coffee machine or how to cut fruit. Imagine how your perfect employee would act and then train them to become that person. Step 3, we have to enforce the training. Okay, this seems obvious, but if you don't have a system in place that ensures that your employees are following the correct procedures every single time, or you just let them do it their own way and you just let it slide, that's when problems arise. That's also the time you start bitching your co-managers and the owner what awful employees you have and you wish they're all at the bottom of the ocean. And that's just mean. Remember, their job is to follow the systems that you put into place. It's your job to make sure that they're following those systems. And one of the best ways to do that is with checklists. If you have checklists for every step and every process that they need to follow, both you and they won't forget anything. All right, you can just go right down the list. Make sure they open the restaurant right, they did their side work, they give the customer service as expected, they close the restaurant right. All right, checklists are a godsend to ensure that everything gets done correctly. Step 4, we have to acknowledge and reward them. Okay, I rarely, if ever, see an employee rewards program implemented into a restaurant's culture. Okay, saying thank you and good job, those things are important, but it hardly rewards above and beyond behavior in the long run, nor encourages them to want to go above and beyond in the future. Regularly acknowledging and rewarding your staff creates an above and beyond atmosphere, which develops self-motivation and makes them want to provide a great guest experience every single time. Culture, baby, culture! You've got to nurture and grow it. Okay, so then when should we acknowledge and reward them? Well, there are 3 main times you can reward them to keep it simple. Number 1, when they go above and beyond. Okay, so keep an eye out for it, but this isn't something you're going to reward every day because after all, they have to go above and beyond. Number 2, when they win a contest. You run like a whoever sells the most La Crema Pinot Noir wins a reward. Number 3, before a shift meeting. All right, and you can use this time for an acknowledgement or a reward. It can be big or small, just in passing. You could do like an above and beyond mention, like, hey, Jesse cleaned out the beer cooler today. He cleaned and organized it. Thanks a lot, Jesse. Actions like that remind me of what a great staff we have. Lunch is on me today, Jesse, or whatever you want. Simple acknowledgments like that in front of their peers make them feel very important and special. You wouldn't believe the power it has. Okay, so now you might be saying, well, what do I reward them with? Well, this is your time to get creative. Okay, it can be anywhere from gift cards to movie tickets to a free lunch. All right, I personally like to find out what interests them and then find a reward to match. All right, for instance, we had a server, she was in line for a reward and I knew she loved Mumford & Sons. And Mumford & Sons, they were coming to town. So I bought her 2 tickets, I gave them to her. You wouldn't believe how happy it made her. Okay, so it cost me about $80 for those tickets, but it instilled a deep loyalty in her that's not easy to acquire. Again, inside the Restaurant Masterclass, we go over this entire rewarding process in detail, how to systemize it, including a plethora of ideas on how to reward your employees. Okay, so if you're not rewarding your employees, don't look around one day and wonder why you have no rock stars working for you. The final step, step 5, you have to be brave enough to let them go. And you're like, wait, what? In order to retain employees, I have to let them go? Yes. If they are sucking the life from your soul and your business, you gotta let them go. And I know you hate the hiring and the training process. You hate it more than you hate dealing with your deadweight employees. All right, so what happens is you keep them on, morale drops, and pretty soon it becomes a habit to continue to hire and keep on deadweight employees. As hard as it is, cut them out of your life. All right, hire good people, meaning likable people, not just based on experience, and then train them on how you want them to be, do, and act. If you don't, these deadwood, cancerous employees are going to destroy your business. Make sense? Good. That's going to do it for the day. I hope you learned something, or I hope something here sparked an idea that's going to help you. All right, thanks for being here, and I hope all of your new hires are as productive and loved as the 1932 Yankees. All right, ponder that for a while. I'll see you next time. I'm out.